Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Business Talk Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and our show today is fashion, travel, and fitness. Last week, we were here giving you fitness tips, and today we're talking about fashion and earrings. Joining me is the fashionista, global fashionista, I should say, and a dear friend, DIANN BOEHM. Let's welcome our co-host for the show. Hi, DIANN.
Hi, great to see you. I'm excited about our show.
I am too. We just left Scotland in the UK, and here we are talking fashion and earrings. So it's a lot of fun.
How exciting.
DIANN, before we begin, I would love to spotlight you and just have you share a little bit with our audience. You are a co-host here on 3 shows on USA Global TV. You're also a talking head, which means you're on our team of global experts, and you are an elevated listener, which means that when people are looking to do business with someone, have somebody in their life who really cares about them, they should go to DIANN BOEHM, because she actually gives people a safe space to share, and she listens at the highest level. So DIANN, I'm going to spotlight you. Tell us about your work as an international award-winning author.
Thank you so much. You're always so kind the way you introduce me. Sometimes I'm wondering who you're talking about. It's very kind. So of course my background is teaching. I'm an educator, and I moved into the world of publishing my stories. I have always been a storyteller since the moment I was born. It might have been babbling, but my mom said I was always a storyteller. So there you go. I love to tell stories. Stories connect us in so many different ways. And it's also a wonderful teaching tool. And so I decided that it was time for me to put my stories to print and to share them with the world. And I am always so humbled when I hear that people are reading my stories, because that's exactly what I wanted. And I hope they fall into all the right hands. My stories about kindness, love, peace, and most importantly, to love yourself. Because until you love yourself, you can't find the joy and happiness and faith and hope in life. And so that's where I come from with my approach to writing. I do have a young adult book out, and it was a historical fiction based on my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, and it's about her journey from the 1920s to be sure that she could go to college and enter the workforce. And so she was not only a great role model for me, but I think she's a wonderful role model for people around the world that are searching for themselves and trying to figure out how to make their dream come true, because there's all different ways to reach them. And I figure if someone from 1904 can work hard, dream, and make it happen, it might have taken a little while, but she did succeed. And I think her story inspires others as well. So thank you, Dr. JACALYN.
Thank you, DIANN. That was beautiful. You know, when we think about loving ourselves and investing in ourselves and self-care, there are a lot of things that we can do that are costly, right? We could take some trips, or we could go on a retreat, or there's a million things. And then there's some things we can do that don't cost anything, like meditation, affirmations, practicing yoga, and somewhere in between there are earrings.
Oh, yeah, somewhere in between. Sometimes we just want to have that extra sparkle.
Definitely. And I think earrings can make all the difference, and even the length of the earring. So today I'm wearing a rather dramatic piece, and it has a number of flashy stones, which I like. And then when I move my head, it has movement to it, which it makes me feel very glamorous. I've got a glamorous dress on, I feel, with the shoulders showing, but we're not always in a glamorous mood. And I think the earrings really resonate with how we're feeling or the type of look that we're looking to carry off. What are your thoughts?
I agree completely. And I went with a casual look, though you can't see it, but I have some like little buttons going down that adds. I love jewelry, period. But so what I did is I have a variety here, but to just accent what you're saying, if I put this particular one up here, was made in Dubai from a jeweler there, a friend of mine who's now in England. And doesn't it add a lot of sparkle? And because of the
Beautiful.
crystals, it just automatically brings in the purple color. If I wear a green, it brings in the green. So this is one of the pieces that I really enjoy. And with my long hair, it makes a real impact. And what's great about these is I can dress them up because they look great with that sweater, don't they? Right?
They do.
Look a little sassy. But if I wear them with a beautiful after 5 dress, it goes just as well. So that's one pair I like.
You know, Diane, something also about earrings, I think depending on how we wear our hair, we can really accent the earrings. So if we wear our hair slicked back, or we have it pulled in a bun or a ponytail or on top of our head, the earrings really stand out. And a pair that I want to show, I'm not used to spotlighting myself. Let's see. These earrings were actually made for me by one of our team members here at USA Global TV. Her name is Angela Lau. And if you can see, it's a music note and the letters, you know, the, what's it called, Diane, in music? The C.
Oh, the clef.
The clef, thank you. So she actually handmade these herself, and then
wow.
I purchased them from her, and she shipped them to me from Macau.
Wow.
So they took I think about 2 or 3 months to get here, and this is kind of a funny story, and I think I shared it with you before, but this particular one here, I had these 2 on. I went grocery shopping. Doesn't everyone wear long earrings to go to the grocery store? And and the cart was piled high. And to go to the parking lot, there was kind of like a ramp. And so I had to go down. As I went down into the parking area, there's actually a road that leads to the parking area. Of course, a big burst of wind came and blew the earring out of my ear. And I actually felt it lift out of my ear, but now the cart was already moving, the momentum was going, so I had to get into my car and unloaded the cart, and I thought, you know what, there's no way this earring's going to be there. So I looked everywhere. I looked in the street, I went back in the store, I went to customer service, I retraced all my steps, and I thought, it's just not here. I'd searched the parking lot. And so as I went back to my car, there was a yellow line going down the middle of the road. And there it was, right on the yellow line.
Oh my gosh, your angels were taking care of you. That's a miracle.
I mean, just think how tiny.
I know.
It's amazing. So they have a lot of personal meaning to me. So what about you, Diane? What else do you have there?
Actually, I robbed my jewelry box. So I have these right here. And it's hard to tell with the black, but they're purple. I love the color purple.
Me too.
And so let's see, it still looks black, but they're a gorgeous purple, sort of a ruby purple. And my husband gave me these, now that I think about it, one of my anniversaries. He loves pearls. And a friend of mine in whom you met, Lynn Bourne, in Dubai, she designs jewelry, and her jewelry is actually in a very posh jewelry store. And anyway, so she did those, and I love them because they're nice. Again, I like jewelry, earrings that you can dress up and down. And then I have this other pair I'm going to show you that I just love. It's pearls again. And again, it's spotlighting purple. Let's see if I can put it on here very well for you to see, but it's a light purple with a gorgeous water pearl. Isn't that a lovely size?
Oh, that's stunning.
Yeah. So And of course I have both pieces, but it's hard to do it. Let's see. And if you go like that again, it's quite nice. So especially if I do have my hair up. So, but I think you can wear pearls day and night. So I do. So I have a lot of pearls. And one of the things I wanted to also share, Dr. JACALYN, you can share with, talk about this too, please, is how studs are really lovely. And if you just wear a nice pair of simple studs, they don't have to be diamonds, they can be just, knockoffs. But the light, they say when the light hits you, then it detracts. Like the older you get, you get these lines. You notice I'm wearing a turtleneck?
Yes.
But it's supposed to help detract and sparkle and put a lot of glow on your face. And if anyone's listening, maybe you can share more of that particular trick. Have you heard of that, Dr. JACALYN?
I have not. No, Diane.
Yeah. So, and I love studs. I don't want my ears are pierced now, which there's a story to that. One day I'll share.
Oh, you should share it right now. Are they single pierced or double?
Oh, just single. I have very tiny earlobes, so double would not work. It'd get into the cauliflower part of my ear. Anyway, yes. So, vintage jewelry, I love it as well. And I was always playing with my grandma's earrings and so forth. And then I grew up in a very beautiful family. They protected me, and I'm so grateful for that, because there's no telling what would have happened to me, because I just believe everyone tells the truth, and then I find out they don't, and I'm like, what? Yeah, what is that? How could you be like that? Anyway, so my friend Judy Kay, we were in 6th grade, and piercing your ears was a new thing. And I shared with Judy Kay that I couldn't have my ears pierced because Mama wouldn't let me. She said I wasn't old enough. And of course, I'm in 6th grade. So I think I'm old enough. I'm 11 years old, right? And of course, young kids get their ears pierced. Some parents do it to them when they're babies. But yeah. So anyway, I spent the night with her, and she froze my ear with ice, which was like very painful. And then she stabbed it, and that's how I got my ears pierced. Well, they were kind of uneven. Of course, my mother had a heart attack. If God wanted you to have holes in your ears, he would have given them in your ears. I got the whole lecture, And then she was like, they're uneven, so then she was kind enough after much ado and at least 1 or 2 days of me feeling guilty, and then she took me down to get them evened out a little bit, so this ear has a little bit bigger hole in it.
But you've had this since when you were a young girl.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I have. And the funny thing is I guess I was about in 9th grade. So you're talking 3 more years. Mama comes home, and I kept saying, but Mama, my ears are so small that I think this would be good. And she's like, you're not even dating yet. You can't even date till you're 16. And it can only be with 2. You have to double date, because you will never be at 16 dating alone. And therefore, you may not wear earrings. At 18, I will allow you to wear earrings. She took some of it back. But anyway, 9th grade comes, and of course, I'm not dating yet. And of course, I have 5 brothers, and I have no desire to date, because I really know about brothers, and we'll share that on another story. Anyway, so, and great brothers, but still, and they were so good looking that they had a million girls. Anyway, so Mama comes home, and she goes, Diane, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. And she has this beautiful, long, curly black hair, so you can't see her ears yet, right? And she goes, you need to sit down. And I'm like, okay, Mama. Oh my God, I'm thinking, what on earth did I know I didn't do anything wrong. Hello, my bedroom's clean. Hello. Like my brain's going 100 miles an hour. Yeah, exactly. And she goes, you know how I had a fit when you pierced your ears? I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not going to go back to that, are we? And she goes, well, I decided you were right. And then she moves her hair and she had pierced ears.
Wow. How about that? And did she have, well, she had to have studs, right? When you first get them done.
Yeah, she had studs. And then she presented me with a pair of little ladybug earrings, little studs. And I still have one of them actually, to say she was sorry again. And I just thought that was so sweet.
That was really sweet that she was adamant about not having you do it, and then she did it herself.
Yes, and then apologized again, and then presented me with a pair of earrings.
Aw, that is a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing it, Diane.
Yeah. So I'm sure I would be fun to hear other people's stories on how their ears became pierced, because it wasn't something people just naturally do. Like today, you know, a lot of people, I know I didn't let my daughter Rachel nor Catherine pierce their ears until they were 10 years old. And I selected 10 because you entered the world of double digits in your age. And so it was a celebration of entering the world of double digits. And so we did it with earrings.
I never heard of that. That's very interesting. Wow.
I'm so kind of old fashioned, and I was lucky because mom and dad really, even with the boys, celebrated different little moments in our lives. So birthdays were huge, of course, like with everyone, but let's say it wasn't just about grades, right? It was about an accomplishment, or even when you entered, quote, your body changed. It was a celebration that you're moving into womanhood or manhood. And so it was like that. So 10 was considered a moment in time, a special moment. And so you celebrate.
I like celebrations for basically any reason, actually.
Yes. And, you know, it's been kind of hard with COVID. And so I really loved how you did that. Everybody, let's just get up and get dressed and put on a beautiful something. Like, do you remember doing that? Maybe you could talk about that, because people still need to do that.
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, I know my environment's changed dramatically. I moved twice during the pandemic, and I went from having a spacious place to myself to being a very small place. And I put on this, you know, just to put on this dress for this show. You know, we just did the other show. I had a different dress on, and I feel like I'm transported. I feel like a different person. I could put on my yoga clothes. I'm going to feel very different then. But when I am dressed up, and especially these earrings, and these earrings were inexpensive. I'm going to show you some earrings that are more substantial, but you know, these are not real earrings, obviously, but I feel very glamorous with them, with my hair up and the red lipstick. So I think when you get dressed up, it does help you channel a different feeling, a different vibe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so if any of our listeners are still being very cautious and staying at home, get out those stilettos if you have them, or any type of your favorite shoes, and put on a pretty dress. Or if you're the kind of person that just, you know, has the fancy one's jumpsuit, you know, go for whatever it is that is fancy, and you'll just feel lovely.
Yeah, whatever your style is.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, the style.
Diane, I have a beautiful pair of earrings here that were made for me by my jeweler, Margie Cedrone. We're going to take a look at her clip, but I just want to spotlight myself and show them. So
oh, nice.
These have pearls, and then I think this is jade, and then these are diamonds around, and they hang, you know, fairly. Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really love them. So something else I wanted to talk about is because this actually happened to me many years ago from wearing earrings so much, and also being on the phone. I worked in an office for years, and I had the phone, that my ear, I have 2 holes in each ear. It started to rip. And I have had friends who their ear has ripped. I don't know if you know that. And it's like a very delicate, intricate surgery to sew it back. So I try not to wear heavy earrings. This is very light. This one that I just showed you, this is actually heavier. So you just have to be careful. And also, I think the back, how the back is, makes a big difference, because like headphones, for example, this is pressing on my ear. So you can actually rip open the hole in your ear, and then you've got sort of a mess. It's like a fork like this, not too nice. But we're going to just take a look at Margie Cedrone, her clip. This is funny, Diane. I actually have a date on this. I made this, produced this. It's from October 17th of 2020 when I first started. So let's just take a look, and then we'll come back and have a conversation. Margie Cedrone, artisan jeweler. She's in New Jersey in the United States. Located at 121 Haddon Avenue in Westmont, New Jersey, is Margie Cedrone, artisan jeweler. Margie's been in business for more than 30 years. She works with her clients to create custom pieces of jewelry to reflect their personality and help them make their own bold statement. Starting in the renowned Jewelers Row in Center City, Philadelphia in 1988, Margie works directly with her clients to develop one-of-a-kind pieces such as necklaces, engagement rings, wedding bands, unique watches and tennis bracelets, as well as a myriad of rings and earrings for everyone in your family. She also has worked directly with Dr. JACALYN over the years, creating unique pieces of jewelry to reflect her personality. She does pearl stringing and repairs on site at 121 Haddon Avenue. Call or text Margie at 215-384-7155. Margie Cedrone Jewelry is open by appointment only. Make your own bold statement.
It's purple, but I wanted to highlight some gold. Again, another anniversary, and it's gold and a very light amethyst, which is hard to tell. I guess I need to go get a white background for you, but it's so light, and I also have the matching necklace to it. And when I wear this, I just feel a light sparkle, and they're very, very lightweight, which is good if you have small earrings. But aren't those sweet?
Yes.
And it's nice because it has the hook in the back, which is easier on me than the other ones. But I also want to share with you this other pair. My husband's so sweet, I had to tell him to quit giving me earrings. But this is a piece that was my grandmother's, and I have both of them, but I just want to hold it up close. It's a vintage piece. Isn't
Oh,
that
that's
gorgeous?
stunning, Diane. Stunning.
Stunning. And it's a clip earring. So the clip earrings are wonderful, but they can be very hard on the ear. But you can put a tiny bit. So what I do is I put a tiny bit of cotton on the back of it and glue it. And then I don't even know they're there because the cotton just makes it not pinch your ear anymore. So I really want to share with you, Dr. JACALYN, how people should go to the antique stores and look at vintage jewelry, because there's some beautiful jewelry out there and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. And you're helping someone who probably loved this. It has a story to it. And of course, I know the story to this because I'm a storyteller, right? And so is my grandma. And you help a tradition live on. And the artistry that the people did back then is just like, you can't really see the detail that well, but even if you're not in the mood to buy, just appreciate the artistry. And in a lot of the clip jewelries, if you look right here in the back, it'll have the artist's signature on it, because a lot of jewelry was made by hand. And so the artist will put their signature on it. And that's kind of fun to learn about. And generally people at antique stores that are in the jewelry section, they will know their jewelry so well. They probably know the history and can teach you a little bit about jewelry and how to look for that signature. So I know we're doing earrings, but just to share with you, so this I got in Dubai from a woman who specializes in jewelry. It's diamonds and rubies all around on my, again, anniversary. And my grandmother's name was Ruby, so my husband thought that would be pretty to purchase. And but the story behind this is a woman. It's from 1924. And since my grandmother was a young woman in the 1920s, we thought that was kind of cool. But this woman never had children. So she was really close to my friend Linda. And she said, look, I'm going to let you have this for the store that she has and for vintage jewelry. But you cannot let this piece go until you find the person that will really cherish it and share the story. And so she had it for almost 20 years. And then there was me. I showed up in her life. How cool is that?
That's very cool, Diane.
So I'm sure that there's a story every time you get some vintage jewelry, and I have a lot more.
Good. I want to see it. I'm going to share. These were made by Margie. I hope I can hold them up properly. Can you see them, Diane?
Oh, yeah. Those are gorgeous. They almost look like they have angel wings.
Yeah. So I like to wear these for black tie functions. These are real pearls. Mm-hmm. And I mean, to me, this is, I'm just going to spotlight myself again. To me, this is like a real work of art. You know,
it is different stones, right? So she has an aqua and some light yellow. Mm-hmm. You probably know the name. Oh, and then a topaz. Is that a topaz?
Yes, I think so.
Wow. So topaz is very rare, you know. Yeah.
I've worn these to a number of black tie functions. I've also worn them, you know, before the pandemic when I was actually doing something. I've worn these to dinner. These are also very heavy. So I have to be careful. I have to put them in the second hole so that they don't rip the first one further. But I love them. She does such nice work. All right, over to you. What do you have?
Let's see. I know I keep looking down. I apologize. There's so many pieces I want to share. I love rubies, but I'm going to go back to pearls again. Here's one here. It's pearls and diamonds.
Beautiful.
And yeah, again, Lynn Bourne, doesn't she do amazing work?
She really does. I'm looking forward to getting her on the show.
Yes, she's, you know, she's also a cook, like a chef, a professional chef. But yeah, so those are a gorgeous pair. And again, with my long hair, doesn't that look good? And you know, the older I get, I used to just say, oh, I'm just going to wear these when I go out. But now that I'm back in America, we don't go out as much, but in Dubai, we were like going out constantly. It was exciting. There's so much going on, lots of black ties. And I just decided, you know what? I'm going to wear these. And so I just started wearing them in the daytime too.
Why not, Diane?
Why
Do
not?
it.
Why not? You get to a certain point and you're just like, my mama said, you get to a certain point and you just do what you want to do. Right?
Yeah.
Lynn Bourne also did this other one. So it's black with the
Ooh,
pearl, which makes
very
it quite
pretty.
nice. So I don't have all Lynn Bourne, but she just happens to be in this particular jewelry box.
She's in that box.
Yeah. But these are a pair of studs, and they're extra special to me because I got them in the Arctic. And so when I wear these, it reminds me of celebrating and dog sledding and discovering a new strength about myself within, and that was what that was supposed to be, an epic moment. And I did this with one of your co-hosts that you know so well from Mountain High, Julie.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's kind of cool. Over to you.
Thank you. Let's see. I love these. I've worn these on the show a few times. And it's funny, Diane, I'm pulling out all these like giant things. I do have so can you see these?
Oh, wow. Yes.
These are actually earrings for a wedding. And I just wear them whenever I feel like it.
See, there you go. So everybody out there listening, just get that jewelry out and wear it anytime you want with a pair of jeans if you want, whatever. Just make it happen.
Over to you.
So I'm like grabbing. So I'm listening, but I'm grabbing. So this is another pair of vintage from the I would probably say early 70s, and they're clipped. But my daddy gave them to my mom for a wedding anniversary, and I just think they're stunning.
Oh, I love them, Diane.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They're gorgeous.
And luckily, Mama gave them to me. I just love them. And since they're clip, I can put them on really fast. And they're very lightweight. So from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, they could really pinch your ears. But by the 70s, they mastered the softness of the clip, so I don't have to do anything except put them on. So when someone goes to an antique store, if you look for the 70s, then they're not going to pinch your ear, and they stay on really well. See? Yeah.
That's good information, Diane.
Yeah, and the cool part was in those days, everybody loved everything matching. So Mother, of course, had the matching bracelet.
Oh,
nice,
beautiful.
Right?
Really nice.
She knew I always loved this. And remember how I told you in our family, we like celebrate everything. So when I was 10, my big celebration was I learned how to make a cake by myself. And so that was huge. And then from that day forward, I always made Mom and Daddy's anniversary cake, and I always looked forward to it. So on Mom's, I guess maybe about 5 years ago, before Mama passed, she told me she wanted me to have all of this because of all the lovely cakes I made her.
Aw, so when you look at them, when you wear that jewelry, that brings back beautiful memories.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
That's...
I like to tell my children that even if your family, so everybody listening, even if your family divorces, and mine did, you know, I'm going to be upfront. My parents divorced when I was, things started going haywire around 19. I guess they were divorced maybe about 23, something like that. But the thing is, that anniversary of their wedding is still special to you because the day they married was the day you became possible. So November 18th, 1951, is a very important date because when my parents married, they were so in love, and that made it possible for our family. So I just want people to really celebrate that anniversary because it's your anniversary.
Wow. You're always bringing us new and exciting information, Diane. Thank you.
You're a storyteller.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's fantastic.
Thank you. How about you?
How about me in what regard?
What do you have?
Oh,
Yeah, another
I
earring.
I have one more pair, which they kind of look like a chandelier. Let me take this down.
Oh,
Hold
I love
on.
this. I
And put
love
this
those
up.
kind.
Whoops. Can you see them?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Yeah,
So
they
they've
do.
got all different colors and they're very light.
Mm,
So I actually wear
mhm,
these for, I wore these for Thanksgiving, I think, this year. Which
mhm.
I like putting my hair up. It's funny because during the pandemic, I think I mentioned this to you. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up, I was going to the bathroom, and I passed the mirror and I thought, oh, my hair looks really uneven. Like this is a normal thing to do at 3 a.m. And my hair was pretty long at the beginning of the pandemic. And I just got out the scissors and I just started cutting like dead ends. And then I went back to sleep and I woke up. I was like, oh, this side needs to be cut. Before you knew it was up to here. And then I had to go to the salon and have them fix it. So my point is, I loved having long hair. I always wore it up with, these pins. And then when I cut it, it's supposed to grow an inch a month. So I cut it in May. It definitely has not grown an inch a month. I promise you that. But now at least I can wear it up so that you can see my earrings. Isn't
Yes.
it crazy? Like you have long hair, you really like it, then you cut it all off, then you hate it, then you grow it out. It's just like, then you get extensions, then you get a weave, then you put on a wig. It doesn't make any. I know it's just me. I know.
No, a
Crazy.
lot of people are that way. I was constantly doing that, and as you can tell, my hair is very straight and it's naturally straight. Except Mama had the beautiful curly hair, and of course, a couple of my brothers ended up with that. And so I was always perming my hair, and I finally came to grips with loving my hair just the way it was. So, and I remember Mama saying, "Now, Diane, you're a married woman. You need to cut that hair and it needs to be short." And I'm like, Mama, if Jacqueline Kennedy can wear a shoulder length hair, so am I.
You know what, Diane? You just brought up a really good point. When I was in corporate America, one of my bosses said to me, I remember we were actually in Florida. I didn't live here at the time, but we were meeting with clients and we were at the gas station. I was pumping gas. And when I got back in the car, he said, Jacqueline, it's time to cut your hair. You're that age now where you can't have long hair. So I did. I went and cut it. And then
Mm.
also at work, they told me that, you shouldn't have blonde hair. You should have dark hair. So I dyed it brown. I mean, I look back and I think, what the heck is going
Right.
on?
How
So,
rude of them.
yeah. So I think going forward, I'm just putting it out there. I'm going to be 59 in March. I'm going to grow back my long hair and I'm keeping it, darn it. That's it.
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
what I decided too. But you don't look a day over 30. So,
Ooh, it must be the good lighting I have in here. Well,
I
do
don't
you,
like people telling us how we should look. And
I know, but
uh,
people do.
yeah, and yet I say that, and at the same time I'm like, oh man, I really like it when men just casually would, they used to wear their suit and tie just to go out to get a hamburger. My
I
daddy
know.
always dressed like, okay, we're gonna go get a hamburger. Everybody get ready. And we dressed up to go get a hamburger, And there's something about it. I just love it. And it, and then in my grandma's day, she was sharing that if you were going to sit at the adult dinner table, you dressed for dinner. And the kids' table, if you didn't want to dress properly for dinner, you were in the kids' table. And I'm like, wow. And nowadays it's hard to do that because like you eat inside the Suburban because you're always on the go.
Yeah, I
But
know.
there is something to be said about dressing up and looking pretty for different styles. So
There is. One thing I have to share about that, and I've mentioned this before, is that as much as I love to get dressed up, when I am going to work out, I don't have any makeup on, I don't have any jewelry on, but I'm surprised how many women. I just went to this, where I love to work out, and a woman, very attractive woman next to me, she was wearing very expensive jewelry on her wrists, her fingers, and I just thought, I don't know, I don't get it because it could easily be broken or lost. You're sweating. And I know that sweat, even moisturizer, hairspray, all these things have an effect on the metals as well as on the stones, especially pearls.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And yeah, I don't get that, but to each his own. But
Yeah.
it's good you don't wear makeup. It's not good for your skin to be sweating and getting those chemicals all inside. So I want to share with you a couple more because before we go is
Okay.
I just want to say that I love emeralds and I love rubies. So this is an emerald.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's from
Beautiful.
India. And the people in India make really gorgeous jewelry too. I got this in Dubai. There's a section, of course, you can get them everywhere as far as beautiful jewelry and emeralds everywhere. But in this particular section, I like to go to this area in Dubai called Dubai. And there's a lot of shops there where the people are from India and it's their own shops. And so I think they do a really great job. So I just want to throw out there that people from all over the world make gorgeous jewelry, and emeralds and rubies are a gorgeous stone. And of course, I saw an amazing, I love antique stores, and I saw this amazing opal. I mean, this opal must have been this big. I'm still salivating for it because I had told my husband no more jewelry, and now I'm like, really want that opal.
Please make an exception. I really appreciate it. Please don't listen to me, honey, when I'm talking.
Yes, that's right. What was I thinking? It must have been the Irish coffee. I drank too much of it.
Could have been anything, but just get me them. That's what I want. Just go back and get that opal. Diane, I can't believe our show is well past over and the next one's starting. I know.
Wow, me either. That was a fun show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And wouldn't you love for people to send in pictures of their earrings? I would love to see them.
Yeah, you know what? It's a shame our audience is very shy.
Yes.
It's I don't know why, but I just want to say to anyone who's watching on the live or the replay, we do stream to 17 locations altogether with the podcast. And we'd love for everyone to start migrating and watching, even our team, USA Global TV team, go over to YouTube and watch everything there, because I'm trying to take down some of these other platforms so that everything is in one place. So go to USA Global TV on our YouTube channel, and you can also go to our website, usaglobaltv.com, and watch our shows there. Diane, I'm spotlighting you and putting up your banner. How should people get in touch with you, and who would you like to get in touch with you?
Sure. Everybody get in touch with me. People who want to learn about how can you start writing, how to publish, ask me any questions. I'm there for you. People who from all walks of life who are looking for a great children's book or a young adult historical fiction book, I have a book just for you. If you go to Amazon.com, you can find me there. And you can also find me at DIANN FLOYD BOEHM.com. Dr. JACALYN, I just want to add one more thing. USA Global TV, everybody listening, wow. First of all, this woman created this platform, this live streaming network for you, for me, for all of us. A place, USA Global TV, is going to be the network, the one place to go to find everything you want. If you're looking for love, if you're looking for joy and hope and faith in your life, and I mean, when I say love, not like marriage or anything, but love in your heart, kindness, it's very heart-centered. And every guest that you have, Dr. JACALYN, seems to be extremely heart-gentled. So congratulations to you, and I'm so honored to be part of it.
Oh, thank you, Diane. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that. I was thinking last night when I went to sleep, I can't believe how much I learned. I mean, yesterday we had on a guest who talked about electric vehicles, batteries, software that monitors batteries, flying vehicles, things that I just didn't even know. And then this morning we had on a global, internationally successful comedian, humanitarian. He has his own star in the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. And just learned so much from him. And then we had the UK show and learned so much from our guest about Scotland, and now about earrings and the history and vintage. I just seriously, I go to bed and I say, I can't believe all the things that I'm learning because of people bringing them to this platform.
That's what's so great about your show. And also, that's amazing. I'm going to go watch these shows from yesterday. But also, health and wellness. I mean, Red O'Loughlin, my goodness, what he's sharing with us about cell therapy, and Annie Bush for longevity. Wow.
Absolutely. Every show has something unique. So please do
Yeah.
continue to watch us. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. There's an incredible amount of work that goes. In fact, my family's visiting. They're like, you're just always working. I'm like, I know. I have taken an hour for dinner. I work out, whatever, not in that order. And the rest of the time I am working, and I'm very grateful to do it. There's a lot of so many tiny details that go into it. It's amazing, but it's quite a ride. So.
I can't wait till you're on the cover of Forbes.
Thank you, Diane. Yeah, and I want to be there because I earned it, not because I hired. There's all these services that you can use that they can get you on these covers and whatnot, but I want to be discovered. That's how I want to go. So
there you go.
Yeah. All right, we are signing off, folks. Thank you so much for being here. Our next show is starting. It's The Listening Mentor, and I will be joined by Madeline Chan and Caroline Heward. So thank you again for being here. We really appreciate you. We'll look forward to seeing you in literally seconds. Bye.
Bye.